Okay, everybody. Hello and welcome to Live from Beyond. I'm Kevin. Tonight we're playing Conan. There's a longer title than that, but it escapes me at the moment. And the adventure we're playing is called The Ghost of Thunder River. As I said, I'm Kevin. I'm going to be GMing tonight. And these lovely people are my players. Go ahead and introduce yourself, players.
All right. My name is Kim, and I will be playing Kellen, the pit fighter.
Hello, my name is Dave. I will be playing Simeon, the scoundrel farmer.
Hello, I'm Nick, and I will be playing Chatan, the wilderness expert. Let's go with.
Hey, I'm Andrew. I'm playing Sir Barid, the disgraced noble knight. I guess not disgraced, but graced noble knight.
I mean,
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, exactly.
Not yet.
Just disgraced it.
Right, so
Disgraced pending.
does anybody want to try to recap what happened last time?
Well, there was a prologue. And
There was a prologue.
Tokos bought it.
Yeah, Douglas did buy it. He did buy it. Right, so we had a prologue in which your Pict characters were summarily slaughtered by whoever that was. I guess maybe we'll find out.
White devils.
Well, perhaps.
Well, we were chasing white devils, and then we ran into like a pretty black, dark, evil devil creature thing.
Right.
Bad.
Right. Anyways, so that happened, and then you guys, we started the adventure proper, and you guys were on the border fort. I believe it's called. Well, anyway,
I don't even know if we said, but it doesn't matter. We're at the fort.
here I have it on my map.
We're at the fort, which is like on a river and the edge of a forest.
Right. So, if you guys can see from this map, the fort is called Velitrium. It's right there, and it is on the banks of the Thunder River. Anyways,
There's that Pictish wilderness.
Anyways, you guys had set off in I guess hopes to save some scouts, which you had seen being ambushed by.
You're skipping the part where we were called to a sortie, and we were with a group of folks who were all called to sortie at the river and like go off in search of treasure or some shit like that.
That's true.
And before we could, a couple of blokes erupted from the forest with like a giant tribe of angry Picts after them. And we chased off into the forest to try and help them or just kill some Picts.
So they like ran out of the forest towards the fort and then ran back.
Yeah, they were like trying to get to the fort, but they were being chased by this like horde of Picts, and they cut them off from the fort and like drove them back into the forest.
Yeah.
And one of them was basically unconscious and being dragged by his companion. And
Okay.
we like
They were gonna
ran out
get
of the-
picked off by the or
No, don't.
Well, I already made that one. Let's just.
Oh, so that
they were gonna get cut off by the Picts. That's what I meant to
Yeah.
say. So they kind of turned around and fled into the forest, and now we are searching for them / their pursuers.
not a fate I would choose.
No, few would. So yeah. So you guys have just entered the forest. Andrew, to make your introduction short and sweet here, as you guys enter the tree line, you hear someone running up from behind you to see a large armored figure making his way, sort of out of breath, having sprinted his way across the.
Well, my horse is out of breath.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, he did say large armored figure, so that could be your horse.
You hear the driving hoof, the sounds of hoof behind you. So Sir Baird is a large statuesque figure, nearly 6 feet tall, with dirty brown hair. He's wearing plate mail, which you can tell was formerly adorned in a sigil of some house, which has been scraped off. And and he smiles and says, "Oh, I was afraid I wouldn't catch you."
I say to Simeon, "That's that disgraced lord."
Oh, Well, that's very interesting. What have you done, good sir, to disgrace yourself?
In all truthfulness, I misspoke. He's not disgraced. He's actually a very well-regarded person, like a champion of the common folk. He just gave away.
Also, Chiten doesn't even say that because I don't know you're just
a disgrace to his father because he gave away all ambition of being a noble sitting in a court.
I don't think actually Chiten said anything for 2 sessions, so let's just forget that.
All right. So what do you say? I mean, this guy rides up on a horse.
Yep.
Did you just say roids?
I did. He rides
Say,
up on a horse.
There's no time for pleasantries if we're gonna catch these Picts.
Have you the trail?
I think we did, didn't we?
So,
Yeah, weren't we like about to set an ambush for them or something like that?
Well, so we were tracking. The last thing that happened was I rolled to track the 2 survivors, not the band of Picts, and I succeeded.
Right.
And that was where we ended.
How many successes did you roll?
I believe 2, but I'm not sure. I got a 1 and a 4, so I probably 2.
I think I recall it was also 2.
All right. So you are able to find, some signs of tracks because it appears that at least one of the people you're chasing is bleeding.
Right.
But what you can tell more specifically is that they are trying to and very effectively hiding their tracks as they sort of move through the forest. These 2 woodsmen. So you are not able to follow the trail per se, but more than the few signs you see, and you see it would be very difficult. I mean, you can try to track them. You think it's possible to, but you were not able to pick up the trail just yet. But also necessarily, you believe that the Picts may have trouble tracking them as well.
Well, maybe we should track the Picts instead.
The Picts themselves are easy to track.
Right, because they're a big raving.
I thought you had mentioned that they were dragging someone behind them.
No. The one of the 2 companions, the 2 guys that ran into the forest, one of them's unconscious, and his companion's basically like.
He's not unconscious. He wasn't unconscious. He was like half conscious.
He's injured.
So even with all their injury, they're still able to cover their tracks that well. Wow. Okay.
They're like really good.
Yeah, Power Rangers.
Right.
Okay.
So, just in out-of-game terms, you would probably need a few more successes to be able to track them, and for which I assume you would need to probably spend some resources, whether that's fortune or momentum or whatever.
Oh, does our stuff carry over from last time? The pool that we were using of Doom and...
I believe you have 2 momentum and 1 Doom.
Look,
momentum.
I think saving these 2 Rangers is going to involve engaging the Picts. Why don't we just track them, kill them, and then the Rangers can come back?
I like that idea.
I'd rather not get involved in such an upfront battle.
I mean, there were like 20 of them.
What are you saying? We should sneak around in the shadows? There's a glory in that.
I think we stand a better chance if we can find a way to cut them off. If we can trace the path of the survivors, we might be able to.
And we delay for too long, and the survivors are captured by the Picts and quartered. I agree with our large, muscular friend here. A direct and straightforward solution may be the best. In fact, maybe our friends would join us in the fight.
Well, far be it for me to argue with 2 strapping men like yourselves. I will go along.
Yeah, don't you worry, Simeon. You find the Picts and we'll make sure you come to no harm. That is what you desire.
Right. All right.
So
yeah,
track the Picts. Or if we do we need to even like track or just follow?
Yeah. You do need a survival roll.
All right. Ooh.
Is it just Simeon doing it?
Well, that's a good question. Can we just come?
He's our tracker, isn't he?
I mean,
I think you both have skill in tracking.
Yeah, I have like 2. I forget how this counts exactly, but I do have some expertise in survival. So I was rolling before, but I don't think I succeeded in any of them there.
Okay.
What, it's the it's your like awareness plus your expertise.
Movement?
Survival. Yeah.
Okay. So, and I need to get under that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so the 11 does actually count because I think I needed a 12.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. So you're able to pick up the trail following the Picts. So it seems that they split up pretty soon after the end of the forest into at least 4 different bands. You just want to pick up the trail of one of them and track it down, or?
I guess I'll turn to Kellen and say, it seems pretty clear that these guys have split up into a couple groups.
I say the fools. We will.
Perfect.
If we can engage them piecemeal, this will be even easier than first imagined.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll just pick one of these trails and go for it.
Lead the
All
way.
right. Sure. So,
Farmer.
what is your guys' strategy here? Are you just kind of tromping through the forest?
I don't get the sense he's much of a tactician. I have a horse and a lance, and that's about as far as he's thought this through.
Your horse is actually pretty tough to maneuver through the forest here.
I was gonna say, like, as much as we can sneak, with a giant armored guy on a horse. In our,
I didn't know we were sneaking. I didn't know that was on the menu.
I don't know. I mean, I guess Kellen himself travels pretty light, considering he's like mostly naked. So I don't know. I can't imagine I would leave like a huge trail, but I think we're a little more concerned with catching up than covering our own trail.
Agreed.
That's true.
The Picts may not actually know that anybody's behind them and may not even be trying to watch their backs.
Sure, but we should at least try not to make like a ton of noise. But as I said, with a guy with a horse,
Well, one guy with a horse might be they might see that as an opportunity and turn around.
A diversion.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing dirty.
So why don't I just ride ahead? I'll just ride about 20 yards ahead.
All right.
All right.
Well, how do you know where it is? All right, that's fine.
I'll point it.
Yeah. Psst, left.
That way.
All right. That's fine. So, you, I guess, Sir Barrett, sort of rides through the forest. Your horse is pretty unwieldy here. It's not like it can't make it through, but it's definitely not like an asset to you at this point.
Okay, so even if we were to get engaged, I wouldn't have like a lane to charge down.
Not really, no. You can kind of like pick your way through, but if you move faster than like a pretty modest trot, you would risk your horse's legs.
Okay. All right, then I'll lead it by foot.
In the sea.
I'll lead it by foot. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and so Simeon is tracking. What is Catan doing?
It's Chatan.
Chatan. What is Chatan doing?
I mean, woodsmany things.
Being brave.
No, I mean he is brave, but that's not like his thing. I would.
Don't sell yourself short, man.
What Chatan's doing is like he's sort of following Simeon, but keeping an eye out for like the best spots to sit in ambush once we find the Picts.
Okay, sure. So make an observation test.
If I don't want to.
If you don't want to, you can pay 1 doom.
No, that's all right. I'll do it.
No, really? That's those.
No, I know, but I want to do it. I changed my mind. I don't fucking remember how this works.
So it's your attribute plus your skill. You're trying to roll under it.
Yeah, I know, but like
You normally get 2d20s.
I just have to remember the logic of the 3 layers, but only 2 of them have anything to do with each other, which is like fucking stupid.
Right.
Review.
Perception is what? Senses, I think?
So observation is part of senses. So I'm rolling my field of expertise bonus, but then that field of expertise doesn't track to an attribute. The skill tracks.
So it's awareness plus your senses.
Awareness plus my senses. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it is honestly a little easier, Nick, if you
just
like
have the skill.
the full character sheets.
Yeah.
It makes a little bit more sense.
So that's 1 success.
Okay. So you guys are sort of tracking your way through the forest, and you head down a little bit of a ravine. On one side, you can see a sort of an ancient stone wall that's mossed over, mostly broken down. And Catan, you're sort of looking around, and you determine that this actually would be a really great spot for an ambush, just as a volley of arrows flies out from the trees. So
now it's not really such a good place for an ambush.
well, it's still a good spot. All right, so let's see here. Who's in front? Probably Sir Barrett and Kellen. All right.
Sure, yeah.
So there's going to be an arrow.
Kellen's like, wait a second. I don't remember being out front.
There's going to be an arrow volley against each of you. Do you guys want to use reaction or?
Yeah, I can parry with my shield, right?
Sure. Yep.
I'm parrying on my short sword. I just cut the arrow straight out of the air.
So if you you can't parry a range attack unless you have a shield.
You know what? Are we close? Are me and Kellen close together?
Yep.
I use his horse
like,
as a
Are
shield.
you guys tight?
Sir Barrett can grant any character within reach the cover soak of his shield.
Okay.
So I'll give 2 soak to Kellen and use my parry on myself.
Okay. So you need to make a parry action,
Okay.
a reaction, and you need to spend, I believe, 1 doom to do so.
I think that's a fair trade here. We're getting ambushed. Let's level the playing field. Okay, what is a parry action?
Right.
So what did we have to spend?
We just gave him 1 doom.
Yep.
Doom goes up. Okay.
So you spend a doom and you make you're doing a parry.
Yep.
This uses the parry skill. So you use the parry skill check.
Okay. It's combat.
Yep.
Yeah, can we go back to the other page?
Sorry, yeah.
Is parry a skill? Oh, okay. Coordination. Right. 10 plus 3, 13.
So you're no. So okay. So you got 1 success.
I didn't roll yet.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna roll 2d20 like a normal skill check.
So I got 2 successes.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. So you are able to so Sir Barrett like throws his shield down in front of him just in time, and 2 arrows like go thunk thunk right into it. Kellen, are you gonna do something here?
Impressivo.
Do we see the Picts?
No. So you are also getting attacked by a volley of arrows. Do you want to try to defend it, or do you just want to?
So, Andrew, you said that you granted me also some kind of parry ability?
Yeah, I give you 2 soak if you take damage against ranged.
He's covering you from stealing the arrow.
Yeah, then in that case, I'll rely on the power of my soak and armor and charge at the source of the arrows.
Well, if you leave, you have to be adjacent to me to get the soak.
Yeah, well,
Oh, after the arrows.
we're being attacked now, right?
Yeah,
But yeah.
All right. So
I like draw my short sword and put my armored shoulder towards the arrows.
Sure. A manly way to meet the arrows, no doubt. All right, so you're hit by 1 arrow.
I mean, it's just 1 arrow, Kellen. Don't worry about it.
It's not that bad, actually. But so it's going to be 2 damage.
So yeah, I have soak 3 plus 2. I have 5 soak.
Okay, I think you're fine then. Yeah, so
We'll chuck it up to Andrew's soak. Another arrow goes thunk into the shield.
Sure, exactly. All right. You guys see several Picts. Some of them, 2 of them are, perched up in trees with bows and arrows, and several more of them are like sort of hiding behind or half hiding behind the trunks of trees. And as the arrows fire out, they let out a war cry and charge down the this side of this shallow ravine towards you. So you guys are gonna get to go first. I'm not gonna spend doom to let the enemies go first here. So you guys can choose what order you go in.
Well, Kellen, I think you had the ball was in your court, so to speak.
Yeah. No, I
Continue to
set
charge.
my sights on the nearest charging Pict, and I go charging in as well. Hack at him with my short sword.
Okay. So go for it.
So sorry, this was. I guess it was combat and agility. Is that right?
Yeah.
We have a nose. Just make it up. So you make that face at me, GM.
So that should be 2 successes. I need a.
So you just
combat
need one
agility is
success.
15.
You just need one success, and that is a momentum. The second the second success gives you guys a momentum.
Nice.
And you can roll damage.
Good job, Kellen.
Okay. So I have 7 damage, right? So I rolled 76.
Yep.
What do you
Now for
attacking
every
with? Short sword.
Yeah, this is a short sword.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess yeah. Kellen is like a ex-pit fighter, so he's got like a gladius looking thing, I imagine.
Gotcha.
when you say X, you mean they like revoked your pit fighter license?
No, he like killed his masters and escaped.
Fair enough. Okay, so every 1 is you just add 1. 3s and 4s are nothing, and 5s and 6s are an additional 1 damage and effect. So what is the effect of your weapon?
So the only effect this has is parrying.
Okay.
I don't know if that matters if I'm
Yeah,
attacking.
I don't think you get anything. So I think you deal 4 damage. I see 4. So you have 6, a 5, a 1, and a 1, which is each worth 1. So that's 4 damage. So you run up. So you and this Pict like clash together. You can see from just below the eyes up over his mostly shaved head is either painted or dyed or tattooed black, and you can see just like hate and fury in his eyes. You guys clash together. You manage to get a blow off on him. He catches himself, blood soaking down his bare chest, but he's not down. Who's going to go next from the heroes?
Personally, I mean, we're getting ambushed. I think Simeon and Chatan, have the best vantage point. They should probably go next.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the arrows start coming in, Simeon hits the ground and plays dead.
All right.
His vantage point has significantly decreased.
So you can make a what kind of check would we call it? Deception?
Coward?
Okay, yeah, I don't think there's a coward skill.
Cowardice is not on there.
Survival?
Technically correct.
I thought there was a lying skill. I don't see it.
Lying in the ground.
All right. Well, let's do stealth.
Stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sure. That's a thing.
So I need to get 10 or less.
Let's see it. Ooh.
1 success.
All right. Not good enough. So you flatten yourself against the ground, but it doesn't seem like they bought it. Any of them that are still charging towards you are still charging towards you.
Okay.
All right. So who else? Catan or Cerberus?
Probably neither of those, but Chatan will. So here's my question. So Chatan gets to downgrade checks when avoiding an ambush. So would you consider retaliating against this ambush to be avoiding it?
Oh, you should have told me. I didn't know that you had that. You probably would have.
I didn't know.
I know.
You were like,
My mistake.
Don't blame him, Kevin.
The problem with an
That's what I
ambush,
said.
right?
My mistake. Yeah. Okay.
anyway.
So I will give you guys a momentum for my my
Your
method.
transgression, really.
Yeah, my transgression.
We're racking up this momentum. We should spend some of it, I guess.
Well,
Can we get the table?
we shall.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, can I play dead successfully? Like, come on, let's use momentum here.
No, that was no. All right. I'm gonna like, kneel down and let off an arrow at the closest one, charging down the prone simian.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's like agility in combat. I'm just gonna take a stab at that.
Oh, it's coordination for ranged.
Oh, it is. Okay, so
There's also additional ways to spend momentum on. Find the page.
well, I could like add a die, right? But I don't want to do that.
Right, there's some more
What
non-combat.
does it mean when the cost is 1R?
Repeatable.
Oh, you can like spend. Oh, okay. All right. So bonus damage 1R means that however much you spend is how much bonus damage you get.
So that's 2 success because I got an Uno.
Oh, and a 1.
It's like that gives me my second success, I believe.
Is that all it does? It just gives you 2 successes?
If you roll under your level of expertise, it counts as 2 successes.
Cool.
So Dukalo.
All right, so you succeed. Yeah. So what's your level of expertise here? Oh, so only one of them. Okay, so you hit the one double, and the other one was a
Exactly.
Okay, great.
You got it.
All right, so that's going to generate you guys another point of momentum here. And you hit. You can roll damage.
Cool.
For the momentum spend on bonus damage, is that
That's what I was just looking.
do you spend that after you roll or before you roll?
Yeah. How do you do that?
It's not a die. It's a point of damage.
Yeah. But like, I'm wondering, can you roll? And because you said right, if you do like 5 damage, it's like severe damage or something like that. There's some threshold, right? That like.
Yeah, if you do 5, it's
Right. So
it's a harm.
Because I think I should have spent a momentum before to bump my
Sure.
4 up to a 5 to
Mhm.
make it like a little more grievous. So that's why I'm wondering whether you have to declare that you're going to spend momentum before you roll, or if you.
It's not clear to me.
I imagine you could wait, right? Because if you
I
had
think you could
0
wait.
momentum, you could probably use one if you generate it to then do something. Right?
That's a
That
good point.
Fair.
Yeah.
You could be like, all right, then I use that. So anyway, I'm going to use a point of our momentum to do bonus damage.
Okay.
See what happens. Sorry, I lost how many I roll for my bow. 1 second. Okay, 5. Nice. Okay.
Oh, it was only 5.
So you're just spending 1 momentum.
Yeah, I'll spend 1 momentum.
So, by the way, other ways to spend momentum are on page 102 of the rulebook.
I don't think that was very good.
Wow, that was great.
Was it?
Pretty good. It's
Yeah,
3,
2
so you do
and
4.
4.
So then
Oh,
the
'cause
question
the
is
two-
it
oh,
worth
the-
it to spend an extra momentum to do a harm?
Well, so it's
Yeah, right.
well, it's actually 5, an effect, and
Plus
the
1.
momentum makes 6.
I
So
thought
6
3s
damage.
I thought 3s and
Wait,
4s were nothing.
Yeah, 2s are
3s and
2.
4s are, but 2s are 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 2s are actually 2.
2s are actually 2. Yeah.
And 5 and 6
Or 1 plus effect.
I
got it.
understand.
Okay.
So my effect is volley. I don't know what that does.
Oh, you should know what that does.
Volley lets you make like multiple attacks in a round, I think.
What kind of weapon is this?
Do it next round because you just killed it with that attack. That
It's
was
like a bow and arrow, right?
I think so.
Yeah. But so do you get? I think you might. You can just get another attack.
I don't know. Sure.
Oh, I don't know if volley is like a spend thing.
Double damage.
I don't think
Okay,
it like triggers.
You can look it up, Andrew. So
Oh,
You
you know what it does? It makes Simeon successfully hide from them.
I don't think that's it.
Blot out the sun with
You
your
can't- you
arrows.
can't
Make the
see
shadows
the
bigger.
volleys.
That's right. Let him hide in the shadows.
Right.
Sorry, dude.
All right, so I've got it here. All right, so you kneel down. You who are you shooting at? One of the guys in the trees?
The guy that was closest to getting to Simeon as he like rushed at him. You said they were like still rushing at him, right?
I mean, they're rushing at all of you, and none of them looks like they're particularly rushing towards Simeon.
Fine then. I
Yeah,
don't know.
pick one out of the trees.
Yeah, sure. I
Fine.
I narrow my eyes and like, pull the bow and like stare right down this guy's eyes who's like peeking out from one of the trees.
Right. So the way volley works is you should have a number of equipment called I guess, ammunition.
They're
Loads of
called loads.
ammunition. Loads of ammunition. Yeah, anyways,
They're
cult
loads.
loads.
I don't think we have any.
All right. Well, I'm going to say you have 3 loads then.
We don't, you didn't give us like any.
You have 3 loads.
Whatever. I no supplies. I don't have anything listed that like I own. That's what we talked about last time.
Okay, so I'm telling you,
Yeah. Okay. I understand.
you have 3 loads of ammunition. When you when you activate a volley,
Yeah.
you can spend one of those loads of ammunition to deal an additional D of damage or dice of damage.
And get an additional d20 on the attack.
But you have to have.
What? Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
A load of ammunition can be spent to perform a volley, adding a bonus d20 to ranged weapon test to attack, and a 1 damage dice to the damage if the attack
Plus, you get to make an extra attack.
No.
So.
Oh.
Yeah, wait, this doesn't make any sense. If
You add
the
one
only way to
D20.
activate volley is to have already attacked, then
Oh,
no, it doesn't.
okay. So right. So effect doesn't do anything for this weapon unless
No.
you have something besides volley.
Yeah, you choose to use it or don't.
Okay. Right. Okay. So when you choose to expend your ammunition, you get an extra dice to the attack, and you deal an extra
Okay,
dice.
so for now, I did this thing. I hit this guy.
Okay.
Fine.
So, anyways, you kneel down, you line up the shot, and you fire it, and one of the Picts tumbles out of the tree, an arrow sticking out of his chest.
Nice.
All right, Sir Barad.
All right, so how many are charging towards Kellen? I imagine he's in the most immediate danger.
So there are 3 charging towards Kellen right now, and one is just engaged with him.
Okay, he might be fine. And how many are engaged are charging towards Chatan?
You need at least 3 to make it fun.
Exactly.
Sorry. So there's one that's sort of circling to the side towards Simeon and Catan. 3 are charging, I guess, sort of directly towards Catan and yourself, or Kellen and yourself.
Okay.
And one is already engaged with Kellen.
All right,
His
then
sword dripping with blood.
I'll move up and let Kellen deal with that one and intercept the extras charging down.
Okay.
And how far away are they?
How far away? They're not that far, and they're moving
Okay.
towards you, so it's not a big deal.
All right, then I will charge forward and attack with my battle axe.
Okay.
Battle
Okay.
axe, nice.
It's my page. So I get 5d20.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Wait. Whoa.
Wait.
Yeah,
You,
I get 5d20 because I have no mercy 3, which gives me plus 3d20 on a melee attack rolls.
No. No mercy is for re-rolling damage.
Oh, you're right. Fuck. What did I think?
I
Also, that was a ridiculous roll.
It's still a ridiculous roll. I'll take any. Pick 2.
Fair enough. All right.
So that's 4 successes then.
Are they all? Yeah, I mean,
Well, no. Okay, so they're not. But like, if you took the first 2, they would
Sure.
both be. Yeah.
they would both be. All right, that's fine. So you got 4
my
successes.
my combat's 3. So
Okay. All right, sure. So that's 3 momentum,
all right, sorry about that, guys.
and you get to roll damage.
Okay, so now I do 7d6. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an effect.
Yep.
And because I got an effect, it's vicious 1, so it does an extra damage.
Okay, so that's what, 7 damage?
6, I think.
Okay.
But I can re-roll 3 of them, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So I'll re-roll 3, and the 3, the 4, and the 4.
Jesus.
Oh. 2 more damage, 3 more damage, and another effect, which is another damage from the vicious. So 4 more damage and 2 effects. So he just explodes in a red powder.
Right. So Sir Barad just comes up with his battle axe. The Pict has his spear, and he sort of goes to stab Sir Barad, who just lets it bounce off his armor and continues through and cuts right through this Pict, blood sprays halfway across the battlefield, onto Simeon, and this Pict just goes straight down. No,
Right.
no sound, just just a rush of gore and a thump as pieces of the body hit the ground.
So I'll spend 2 momentum for a bonus action,
Okay.
and I will attack.
So
the
it's
next
one for the first bonus action.
Oh, it's only 1?
Mhm.
No, the momentum on the chart, it says 2 momentum for an extra standard action in a round.
Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
But, I mean, I was wrong before, so you're going to just go back to the other
No,
page and check.
I haven't been reading something before, but, you know.
All right. So a 2, so 2 successes and a complication.
Yes. Okay. Right. Two
So 2
successes and a complication. What are you doing, by the way? You're making a second attack?
I'm like, I cleave the first guy stepping through, cleaving his friend.
Okay, yeah, so you can hit and roll damage.
All right. Did it not go?
No, I didn't say anything.
Looks like it's... Oh, there it goes. Nice. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ! What are you doing? Are you like
So-
single-handedly murdering everyone?
I'll re-roll those 2 4s. Oh, I guess I already re-rolled 3. I probably can't re-roll any more this round, right? I've
I
already
don't
re-rolled
think
3. So that's fine. I'll take that.
Okay, so
Oh, there they go. There's that second roll.
that's fine. So you step up and you cleave through a second Pict. Unfortunately, the sounds of battle seem to have attracted at least another group of Picts who you can hear like running through the trees towards you.
Perfect. I thought you said that was a complication.
right.
Achieved our goal.
All right, so we've got one that's fighting Kellen, one that's fighting Sir Barad, and one that is bearing down on Simeon and Catan, as well as one in the trees. So I'll make some attacks. We'll just start with Kellen here. That's going to be...
So does my parry come into play now? I think
So,
there's a discussion on it.
Yeah, so you can roll to parry. You can decide to spend a doom to make a reaction, which is parry probably. In this case,
Can I wait until you're
supposed to declare it before I roll.
sure? Screw it. Have some doom.
All right, so then you would make your parry roll.
Sorry. What's parry again?
I believe it's in the combat.
It is under coordination.
Coordination.
Yeah, so it's coordination, and it is a
I
combat
guess.
skill.
Okay, so I need 13s or below. So I get 1 success.
Okay, and so this guy is going to get 2 successes, which means he is still able to hit you. He's going to deal... so he's going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. He activates his vicious 1. Oh, so he's going to deal 5 damage to you.
Alright, so I have 3 soak.
Okay. So you're going to take 2 vigor damage. All right, Sir Barad, same thing's going to happen. The Pict is going to rush towards you, trying to jab its javelin into you.
Okay.
All right, that's going to be 2 successes.
Do your worst.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
Okay. I have 6 soak.
Okay. Don't take anything.
Who is this?
So Baron is a fucking Baron.
Like, accidentally made like a level 10 character.
I just picked the one in the book. The
All right,
best one in the book.
so he like jabs his spear towards you, and I guess you just kind of like bounces off your armor, and Sir Barad like walks forward in this full suit of plate, ready to like chop this guy down. His friend seeing this is gonna launch a volley of arrows here. It's going to be 4 successes. And 1, 4, 5, 6. Another 6 damage.
To me?
Yep.
From an arrow?
Yep.
So,
It is 6.
Bunk.
All right. So, sure, great. The one is going to charge towards Simeon. He gets. Do you want to try to defend Simeon? Sorry, I should stop just rolling.
I mean, what kind of is there they're like dodge type things?
Yeah,
that
they're
I can
dodge
do?
Doom to activate them, and then it becomes an opposed test as well as instead of him just trying to hit a successive.
I'll try to dodge, roll out of the way if I'm still on the ground.
Okay,
That's another Doom.
so make your dodge roll.
So that is athletics.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, it's not going to be great. Hey, not bad.
How many successes?
2.
Okay, yeah. So this Pict sort of like charges towards you. He sees you on the ground, and he's got a javelin in his hand, and he just throws it, and you manage to like roll out of the way just as it like slams into the ground where you were. All right, you guys hear the sounds of more Picts like running through the trees towards you from the side. Seems like they've been able to flank you, as it were.
You wouldn't call it an ambush, would you?
No, I think the ambush already happened.
This is still part of the same ambush, technically.
All right, yeah, ambush part 2. Okay, so you guys all get to go. Tell me what you want to do.
I'm curious what my dogs do.
I don't know. What would your dogs do?
Well, I mean, I literally don't know what I can do with them. There's an ability I have that seems related to them and says like what happens when they do attack people, but I have no idea like how they attack or what they do. Or
so I mean, they're not like trained for battle really. They're just like hunting dogs.
All right. Well, like go hunt that Pict.
I have a question. Do the displays of power cost anything? Because my ability says I can do it for free. It doesn't make any sense because I can't see what like the cost is. There's like requirements.
So it's an action, right? Normally, that would be the part of the for free.
Oh, so I do it as like in addition to another action.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right.
Yeah. So I believe your ability is like if somebody else is attacking the same thing you're attacking, Chitan.
Well, the wolf thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't specifically have to do with your dogs, I do not believe.
Then what the fuck is a wolf?
What do you mean?
Wait.
No, that's just the name of the ability.
What is a wolf?
No, but it literally refers to wolves in the ability. So I thought that it was just a bad description of my dogs.
Well,
No,
dogs
so-
are technically wolves.
It's the description comes from that creature's ability in your character. In your character's description, it says like reference this creature's ability.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So you can it's any ally of yours.
So when it says a wolf, it means me? Okay, I'm just going to read this to you super quick. I have the Pack Hunter ability.
Right.
And the Pack Hunter ability just says, wolves are fearsome pack hunters. A wolf gains 1 bonus momentum on any attack roll against a foe already attacked by an ally this round, and on movement tests where the enemy can see 1 or more of the wolf's allies.
Yeah, so the wolf is just you. Yeah, you are the wolf.
Got it.
We are all wolves.
So I'm the wolf, and I gain a bonus momentum on any attack roll against a foe already attacked by an ally. Thus, are there any foes still alive? Oh, I guess they don't. It doesn't say they have to be alive. What foe that's already been attacked?
Well, you should go last then, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Because
guess.
right now we're the top of the round and nobody's been attacked.
All right, fine.
Unless
Well,
it's
so
for like the
actually,
whole combat.
The one that Kellen has been fighting has been attacked. He has not murdered it yet. Remember, he attacked it and didn't quite.
That's fine. I'll still go last.
Okay, fair enough.
You
So who's
go
going?
ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna try to see if I can kill this one dude.
Okay.
That's in front of me. So I think that's gonna be 2 successes for a crit, whatever it is. I rolled under my combat.
Okay, sure. So right, that's 2 successes. You want to roll damage?
8 damage.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. So you he's wounded. You like he brandishes his spear and you like knock it out of his hand. He like reaches for a knife and like you just like gut him from right across his belly and he falls to the ground.
Alright,
All right, who's
yeah.
next?
I'll turn to the next guy.
Okay,
Get ready.
You're gonna spend momentum.
Yeah, screw it.
Do it.
Oh, shit. I'm going to generate more.
2 momentum, right?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, I turn to the next guy and slash at him as well.
Okay.
1 success.
Okay, that's enough. Roll damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
And 3 effects.
I don't have parrying
Oh, you
is
don't
the
have
only
vicious, yeah.
thing that I have on this.
Okay. Yeah. So it said 5 damage? 6?
7 damage actually.
Alright. So this next guy as well, you're able to just step over to him and sort of cleave right through him and drop him straight to the ground. Alright.
Yeah, Kellen exclaims, "Is like just like the pits. Where's the next one?"
Alright.
Nice.
Who's next?
I guess Simeon will, like, kind of look around and seeing that, Kellen and Sir Barrett are just demolishing these Picts. He'll kind of pick himself up and dust himself off, and looks pretty pleased with the situation that he's in, and seems to be in good hands.
Slink off through the underbrush.
What's how many Picts are actually alive that we can see?
So there's only one more from the original band, but there is a group of at least 7 or 8 more charging through the trees towards you.
But they had not actually arrived yet.
Nope.
Okay. Where's the one from the original group that's still alive?
It's next to you. It had just thrown a javelin at you.
Oh, it's that guy.
Yep.
Oh, nobody killed that guy? Oh my god.
The situation is a bit more precarious, Sir Simeon.
I regret all of my actions.
Should never have stood up.
Quickly.
You'd want to be involved.
Yeah, I never should have stood up. This is
Bravely
terrible.
run away.
I'll. Oh god. I'll try to attack this guy. It's gonna go.
All right, let's see it.
Come on, you can do it.
What do you have, like a pitchfork or like a shovel?
Are you actually
Nice.
a farmer?
Like a
That's
salad
what you
fork.
do?
Well, that's my background, all right?
Oh.
But I have a long and troubled past in my 17 years on this planet, so, you don't even know me yet.
You're only 17 years old and you used to be a farmer, so you didn't really have much time to learn another trade, right? Like,
I feel like you
I
would.
grew up on the farms, man.
I feel like
grew
you
up
didn't
on
really give
hard,
farming
the hard farms of
a
Nemedia.
chance.
what is it you do here?
What would you say on an average day that you contribute?
So I guess that's 1 success.
All right,
This
that's
is
good.
so melee, right? Is what we're going for here.
Well, what are you,
I don't
what are
have,
you doing? Are
combat.
you what is
Attacking
what's
him
your
with
move here? You're hitting him with a sword or something?
I got a knife.
Classic.
Knife. All right. So right. Okay. So he has a weapon of reach 2. I believe the knife is only reach 1, so it's actually you require 1 more success
It's
to hit him.
exactly a Zybar knife, so it is reach 2. I
I
mean,
noticed, Kevin.
I didn't think you were actually gonna test me on the reach here, but the reach is 2.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
thing? Is it Zybar
Reach
knife that
2?
you just made up? Because it sounds like a thing you just made up. I'm gonna believe you. Tell me it's not.
Dude, if
You
you made that up, I
just
would.
tell us to make this up, and you would be okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
There's
so
a
he
big
did say
Conan
that.
Sidebar.
He did completely say that. Also, let's see. He is. Oh no, he's lying. I checked.
No, actually, though, I don't know if a Sidebar knife is a real thing.
No, it is a real thing. Reach 2, one-handed, 4 damage, unforgiving 2.
Okay, great. Okay, no problem. Then you are fine. You hit.
that's awesome.
I only need one success.
Yep.
My
These
God.
are sort of these are not like really trained warriors. They're mostly tribesmen.
Savages.
I mean,
Fathers.
it's clear who the real savage is.
they're
in this
not-
game.
Husbands, sons.
Yeah. All right, so
Okay,
you roll
so-
damage.
Nice.
That looks like 2 damage and effect.
My effect is unforgiving 2. I don't know what that means, though. I forget.
I got you, Boo. Hold on.
Just don't forgive me. So are the 5 and the 6 each an effect, or is it just if
No,
you have
5
at
and
least
6 are
one of
both
them?
the same. 1 plus effect.
No. But I mean, like, do you get 2 effects, or is it just you've gotten at least 1 effect?
Just
so it
one.
happens?
If the target of this attack was affected by an exploit action immediately before this attack was made, then this attack gains the intense, and vicious X qualities. So basically, if you commit some sort of subterfuge or great ruse before stabbing someone,
Well, there was that thing where he
You were
pretended to be
hiding.
dead.
Look over there.
I was hiding. I am a scoundrel.
Yeah,
I
but they
feel
didn't buy
like it is in my nature to have
So-
been
so-
misleading.
Jump down.
I'm just kidding.
So exploit is a particular action you can take. That like you try to like trip them up or something, so you can stab them in the heart.
The dick.
No,
wherever you choose to stab them. So that's what he's
I
talking
should have
about.
gone with that. I didn't realize that was an option.
Well, now you do. So you can make an exploit action next turn.
Next time.
Next time.
So
All right.
that's like 2 damage. Nice.
All right. Yeah. So you managed to like slice him. You put a big gash across his forearm, and he looks at you, just rage in his eyes.
Two effects too.
I run very quickly.
All the time.
Where's Kellen? Where's Sir Barry? I'll go hide behind Sir Barry.
Well, if you run now, he's going to get to make an attack on you.
What?
If you run, he'll
You
get to.
might want
do
to
it.
just like curl up
Do
into
it.
a ball and see if he takes pity on you.
Do it, because then he has to spend doom to attack you. He has to spend doom in order to attack you if you run away.
Hey, now that's not how you play the game, Andrew.
It is how you play the goddamn game.
That's fine. I
Little
will,
did Simeon know that we brought him only as a punching bag. Like, bring
Or
that
just
farm
a stabbing
kid so
bag.
that the enemies have somebody to stab.
You're more like a pincushion.
I've got a Zandalari knife. Oh, great. Perfect. Come on.
Even a Zanzibar knife?
You're hired, kid.
It's a Xanadu. That's the way.
It was just some guy like changing the horse's water on our way out of the castle, and we were like, "You there? You're with us."
All right. So who's next? I think everybody still has to go besides Simeon.
Oh, is it the top
no,
of the new
somebody
round?
else already went. Kellen like killed 2 dudes.
Oh, that's right. Kellen did.
I'll go again
massacre
if I have to. I just need to kill one more to
so-
do my
and-
display of like murderousness.
So next point, does this game have some sort of like penalty for ranged attacking somebody that's in melee combat?
I don't think so.
All right, great.
All right.
Then I'm gonna finish off the guy that Simeon is trying to decide whether or not to run away
Cowering.
from.
I'm handling it. I've got this covered.
You
Got
like
this covered.
you like
It's got this
gave
like
him, like, a
abnormally
little
huge
paper
knife.
and now he's like really mad at you. So I'm just gonna like track my eyes from the tree trunks where I'd shot that one guy, notch another arrow, and let it fly at that dude.
Okay, sure.
That's
Are you going to use an ammo? Are you going to lose a volley?
Ooh.
Okay.
no, we're gonna be fine. Oh, how much momentum do we have?
I don't know, Kim. How much momentum? Let's see.
Current standing is 4 doom, 1 momentum.
Oh crap! Only 1 momentum.
Burn through our momentum.
This is why we needed Dave to
Well, anyway, all right,
get out there
let's see if I can do this.
and
Let's see
bait
if I
out
can
some
do this.
doom.
Chat says Kellen is so manly.
All right, that's a single success.
That's true.
But I generate a momentum, I guess, automatically because of
All right.
my.
Now we're talking.
Wait, why do you generate a momentum automatically?
Because he attacked that dude, and now I'm attacking him, and I'm a wolf.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
Wait, is Chatan a actual wolf?
Let's not get into that right now. Let's not get into that. That's like
Just
a
for my
conversation
for the
around
purpose of my
fire.
own mental image. Just
Right.
want to know whether he's like a
We're
animal.
going to go with
or
non-wolf person at the moment.
Yeah, let's go with not. Anyway, is my one success
All
gonna
right, roll
do it?
damage. Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and an effect.
Yeah, good roll.
I mean, I don't have an effect.
You don't have an effect. All right, but you this guy like squares off with Simeon. He pulls out a hatchet and like he begins trying to bury it in Simeon's skull, and Simeon's like dancing back with his dagger, trying to avoid being
Skull buried. Yeah, we got it.
yeah, have his skull split in twain, and all of a sudden like an arrow just kind of like lands in his neck. And blood like squirts.
Wait,
out
not
his side.
Simeon. I didn't want to.
Yeah, Simeon goes down.
God damn
Like a
it,
sack of
Ben! You
bricks.
shot me! You shot me in the neck!
Pronouns.
And Catan is sorry. The Pict has an arrow in his neck, and he goes down, like clutching his throat.
Silver linings.
Get in there,
All right.
Simeon. Finish him off. Stab him a couple more times for good measure.
Yeah.
Simeon kicks him a little bit.
All right, so the other Picts charge through the trees.
Didn't go yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Sir Baron did.
So what's the terrain like between the area that the Picts are charging from and the area that we are at with my horse? Is it possible to like wait until they clear the tree line and then charge?
So you're all in the forest. There's no tree line in specific, right?
So
It's all tree line.
So you're saying I can't ride my horse into their lines like a hero?
No.
You could try, but we might have like the Forest of Endor like bike scene kind of thing where you crash into a tree and explode.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you
don't
were
think
gonna
it's
say
gonna go
like
very well.
the Picts have like logs like swing down out of the trees.
That's also a distinct
Crush Sir
possibility.
Barrett,
All the
who is
more reason not to
clearly-
get on your horse.
That's also definitely possible. Definitely possible.
Sir Barrett, who apparently is the ATSD of this encounter.
I mean, yeah,
Undoubtedly.
I'm happy to take that title. Sir Barrett, the AT-AT. All right, yeah. So Sir Barrett will just is a readying in action a thing in this game?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll like move up behind a tree that they're charging from and like sort of get a good grip on my battle axe so that when they come around the tree, I'm just gonna whoop right in the chest.
Sure. All right. Well, that's going to happen basically immediately.
Great.
You can move up, and then they're going to charge towards you. And since they enter your range, you can make an attack.
And is this my action for the next turn too?
No.
Great. So I don't get any other bonus for like surprise or nothing like that.
No.
Cool.
Nope.
I think that's 2 fails.
Okay. Sucks.
Oh well.
All right. So
You spend all your good rolls in the last turn when you
That
screw
might
it
be
like
true.
idiots.
I'll
There's a
take
lot of good
the bad
rolls.
roll and take my lumps. I need it.
It's all right.
all right. So it's 1 attack. That's going to be 2 successes, and well, I don't think the enemies get complications actually. That's
Complicate
gonna
my
be
sword down
2
somebody's
successes
throat.
as well.
Wow.
Great.
That was,
He lunges at
It's
us
graphic.
and gets skewered.
All right. So the first attack does 1, 2, 3, 4,
Who's being
5,
attacked?
6, 7 damage. 8
we don't-
damage.
I guess we don't know yet.
Sir Barrett.
The trees.
Okay.
So 2 of them are attacking Sir Barrett. Oh, sorry. I
Okay.
should let
Can
you.
he-
I
Can
have
he,
to
yeah,
let
can
you-
he like block them or?
I'm sorry.
Whatever?
Yeah, no. I keep rolling before I ask. So 2 of them are attacking you,
Mhm.
Sir Barrett.
All right, so it's the next action. So I would like to parry one of them, if possible.
Okay, sure. Why don't you roll parry?
So that
And
costs
spin-
that's
it
a
costs a
doom,
doom.
right?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's the first one this turn. Okay, that's 2 successes.
Okay, so you do block one of these, and I will. I'll make it the higher one there. The first one. The second one hits you for 1, 3 damage, 4 damage, which I assume you soak.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great.
Why bother parrying? Just parry with your face.
Right. So Sir Barrett, steps out of the tree, like swings with his axe, cleaves only the air, and two Picts like crash into him, and they like all go down in a tumble, rolling down the side of this shallow ravine. Weapons flashing and slashing about, but no blood is drawn. Additionally, one of the Picts is going to run forward and throw a javelin at Kellen and Simeon each. Do either of you guys want to react?
No, I'm fine.
I would like to dodge
first. Kellen has hit one.
Say you'd like to die?
You'd like to dodge or die?
Preferably dodge.
Oh, okay. So why don't you roll that dodge? And I'll roll the attack. I got 2 successes.
So do we determine dodge is definitely athletics and it's not acrobatics?
It is acrobatics to dodge.
Acrobatics?
It is acrobatics, yeah.
Okay, sweet. I'm not typing.
Ooh, so that's 1 success, which is not enough. And oh no, it is enough. Oh no, it's not enough.
It is enough. I mean, that is like
it's 1 success, but the Pict got two successes to hit you and a complication. You get a complication. Kellen is going to take 5 damage. Let me see if this weapon has an effect.
All right, I'm gonna use roll with the punches.
Okay, so this just so we are clear, this effect will activate piercing 1, so he'll pierce 1 soak with 5 damage, and roll with punches as well.
So I can spend Doom to avoid X damage.
Okay.
So I imagine when I spend Doom, I'm giving you Doom.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. So you say you ignore 1 soak. So I have 3 soaks. So I would have 2 soak instead, right? So I would do 3 damage. So I'm going to spend 3 Doom, or give you 3 Doom.
All right, hand it over.
As I
grab
this javelin,
you only heighten the terrible fate that awaits you.
I'm just going to grab this javelin straight out of the air, throw it on the ground.
Yeah. Sure, great. And Simeon, you are going to take, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 damage with Pierce 1.
So it wasn't a success, the dodge?
It was, but he had 2 successes.
So does that mean I can take half the damage? Okay, so 4 damage, 1 soak?
A cunningly struck bargain, but no. Yeah, 4 damage.
So,
1.
I think, okay, so like the way that they have you do it on the full character sheet is like I have like an individual soak for like arm, torso, like legs.
Oh, yeah, that is something we're supposed to be doing. For now, let's ignore that for this session. We'll look at it next time.
Okay, so like I'll just like add up my total soak and use that number. Like I've got one on each arm and 1 on the torso. So like say I have 3 soak.
I mean, I've been using my soak, and I technically just have a plate on my arm and leg.
Simplified, and your character isn't Simeon, so that's why we're gonna keep it simple. Yeah, let's go with 3 soak.
Okay. Okay, so that means that I lose 1 soak like for the time being, like so I'm at 2 soak because of the piercing, and I take 2 damage.
It was 4, so yeah. 4 soak, 2 is 2.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are back up.
All right, I'm gonna charge at this guy that had the audacity to throw a javelin at me.
Okay.
I get 2 successes.
Okay, yeah, that hits, and you get a momentum.
Nice. Let me make sure I update that real quick. Up to 3 momentum, boys. Damage. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage.
Yep. So that's gonna kill him.
All right. So I'm gonna then activate. I'm gonna do brutal dismemberment. So I like run up, like chop this guy's arm clean off, and I can make my free
turn
sting.
around and like scream with it at his stump of his now attached to his shoulder, or not attached, I guess, as the case may be.
I grab the arm and I chop it off. And I raise it up. I throw it at the guy, the next Pict over, and I will activate my free stain the soil red display.
Okay.
So I guess this does area damage equal to how many people I've killed.
Yep.
Recently?
Yeah, just total.
It says does X damage, where X is the number of enemies slain. So I have 3, but it's area.
Right. So you use 3 mental damage, or 3. It's 3 dice worth of damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So roll 3 dice. 3 damage dice. Oh,
4.
you're actually going to have to roll to
5
hit as well, I believe.
Does he?
Yeah, the displays, I think you have to roll.
No, probably not. Let's just.
Do you?
Well,
I thought it was just that you had to like fulfill the requirement.
yeah, you might be right. I don't really want to look it up at the moment, so we might just move on. All right. Well,
So I do 5 damage.
okay. So, Kellen, does this gruesome display of human carnage, and lets forth like this howl, and the remaining Picts like sort of just turn and begin to run back the direction they came from.
Had enough? Are you not entertained?
All right. So this with the sounds of battle gone, and the wounded clutching their wounds or lying completely dead and dismembered, as the case may be. What are you guys going to do?
Simeon would like to survey the bodies to see if there's anything that looks cool to take.
So I mean, the Picts all have their sort of tribal garb and weapons. You could take a hatchet off one of them if you want. You can certainly use their weapons. They're not of any extreme quality. They're not like poorly made. They have bows, javelins, hatchets, knives.
Say, no time for some gruesome ritual there, Simeon. We have to.
Simeon kicks the ground in disappointment. These guys don't have any good shit on them.
Say, we have to find those 2 rangers.
Do we?
All right. I'll see what I can do. This bloodshed has probably ruined all the trails, though.
Could we not rely on the dogs?
What dogs? Chili and chili cheese?
Nope. Those dogs don't exist.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Chili and chili cheese will do well.
While Simeon was like inspecting the bodies, I noticed one of them looking, a little bit plump, and I gave like a little low whistle and jerked my head towards it, and my 2 dogs started chowing down.
Okay, sure. All right. So, what do you guys? So what are you guys doing besides that? Besides, I guess, devouring the corpses.
I was gonna
Certainly not doing that.
Wait, I thought we were going to use the dogs to track the rangers that we're. Okay.
Apparently not. So I'm gonna,
No, we can. I'm just saying, like 20 minutes ago, when you embarked on seriously hunting through each body, they also started hunting through one of the bodies.
Okay.
Oh.
What kind of dogs are they again? Like schnauzers?
Nope.
I'll be honest. I imagine them as like wiener dogs.
Well, that's weird, but not true.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to, you could have named them chili and chili cheese.
In the picture, they're kind of like
blur
like mastiffs in the picture.
Hyperion blurhounds. I think we discussed.
I hate it.
Blurhounds?
Blur.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing besides those things? Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm urging Simeon
what would
to.
be around here? I guess we.
Get the trail.
I just rolled a survival check to see if I could pick up the trail. I got 1 success.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I could send the dogs after them, but I don't know like what they're gonna hunt down. Right? They don't have like ranger scent. They've probably got like picked blood scent.
And now they're full.
If
So,
Simeon
like,
can't seem to find the trail, Kellen will just like yell out into the woods for the rangers.
Okay. So Catan, why don't you make an observation test? Catan, sorry.
Sure. Observation was knowledge and awareness.
I think it's
Senses and awareness?
sense and awareness.
I think it's sense and awareness.
Damn it, isn't there anything I'm good at? All right. That is what was it? Fuck. Okay, it's 1 success.
All right, so I'll say between Dave and Jatan, you guys can determine that the trail sort of heads off towards the north, and you can hear voices coming from that direction.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go after
Picked
them.
voices?
It sounds like Pict voices and Aquilonian voices.
Yeah, let's get there.
Say quickly.
Yeah.
The battle is not done.
Call
Okay.
the dogs off the body and make off like quietly through the woods.
Keep those schnauzers in check.
All right, so you rush towards what eventually you hear the noises of the river as you approach the banks. Down near, there's sort of a rocky gully, sort of just off the river, and you can see that the several Picts, 4 of them have. It looks like the 2 scouts trapped in a corner of a rocky corner of this gully, and they're like sort of inching forward with spears. And this one of the scouts is just slumped against the back wall, and the other one has his sword out, and he's trying to like bat these spears aside, and his other arm just hangs limply at his side.
A stream,
How
you
far
say?
away are they?
It's a
How
stream.
far away are they? Not very far. It's a gully. It's not really a.
So
Could
there's
I-
no
All right.
Could I
Kellen will, with a
shoot
large...
off a quick arrow at
I can
these
hear your
dudes?
question, Andrew.
Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I thought you said there was like a stream running through it.
So they're standing in a gully. It's not especially like flowing, just a little trickle of water right now. But the important part is that it's a.
Okay, but there's room. I mean, to ride my horse down that trickle of water where there's no trees. Is what I'm getting at.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Kim, what were you saying?
Oh, I'm gonna just pull out my maul and start screaming loudly and running at the Picts.
I was
Okay, so
gonna-
why don't you
I
guys
was gonna
both
shoot an
make-
arrow at them?
Okay, so why don't you all make your attacks? I think Sir Barrett, I'm going to give you a display. I think.
All right, that sounds good.
I think that would be most appropriate. The arrow will travel faster than your lance, so that can be a regular attack. And Kellen, I think you get a display as well. It's probably just a war cry. The regular display.
I'm gonna use a momentum to get an extra
What does that mean?
die.
What do I do?
Right. So. Let me look up the war cry display.
Yeah, I was just gonna charge with my lance on my horse.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I'll make a war cry. For Crom!
All right. So you're gonna use either a command or discipline, Sir Barrett.
Okay.
And war cry. I think war cry is just persuade.
Can you go to the?
I guess
skills?
that's like a social?
Yeah, personality.
Oh yeah, I can go over to the tables.
Social personality?
Yep.
Culty person. So I'm making a what? Persuade?
And then Catan, you're doing.
I
I think he's just shooting.
okay.
an arrow.
Momentum is not the thing I can spend to get an extra die. That's fortune, and I don't know what the hell fortune is.
So everybody starts the adventure with.
Oh, we each have our own fortune.
Correct.
Oh yeah. You all have 3.
We had 3. Okay, but I spent one last session.
Okay, so you have 2 left.
Anyways, I get no successes on my war cry.
Okay.
Well, I'm spending another one of my fortune to roll an extra die for this.
Okay.
For this shot. That's 2 success.
Okay, so you get a momentum and roll damage.
Nice. Doing it.
He's doing it. Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
Okay, yeah. So you land an arrow right in the back of one of the Picts, who like falls to the ground. The other ones turn towards you, and they see Kellen, mostly naked, charging down the gully next to or abreast a mounted knight. And they sort of turn and look at each other and just run towards the river and dive in and begin like trying to swim across.
Kill him.
You
Or
just want to keep
capture
shooting at him, Catan?
Capturing them is good.
Well, tell me what you want to do, Catan.
Oh, me? Well, they're the ones like bearing down on them.
Well, they're jumping into the river. I assume the horse isn't going into the water.
Sir Barrett?
Does that horse
Call.
swim?
Is that
No. I mean, if they're running away, Sir Barrett will start riding towards the 2 rangers to make sure that the wounded man is tended to.
Then in that case, I'm just gonna like train my arrow on them, but make sure that they're swimming away. I'm not gonna shoot at them.
As we stop at the river of the banks, I turn to Sir Barrett and say, as we see them driven before us, I turn and say, "Is there anything better in life?"
All right.
Sir Barrett smiles and takes the head of his battle axe and slaps it against the shoulder plate of Kellen and say, "A good fight is always appreciated.
Indeed.
Better that we used our abilities to help those in need, though, eh?" And he'll start walking towards the Rangers.
Yeah. Let's see whether they're dead yet. It might be too late for that one guy.
Oh, here's my gully. Right. So, you managed to find them. One of them, he kind of like weakly holds his sword out and he says, "Who be ye?"
What was the name of the guy who sent us? The guy who's giving the speech at the beginning of
Joe.
Yeah. I have his name here.
Captain something or Major something or
Yeah.
The captain. I don't know.
yeah. Well, I'll say like so and so sent us.
That's a good name for him.
Baron Trebellius.
Oh yeah, Baron Trebellius sent us to ward off the Picts and bring you back to the keep.
He says, "Oh, by the gods, I'm glad you're here. My name is Hark. Please, you have to help my friend here. He won't make it without medical attention for very long. We have to get back to the fort."
Yeah. If he needs help, like I'll pick him up.
Does anyone have bandages for him? Like
We don't know.
I mean, like us. Like, does anyone here?
Is there like a medical skill?
There is a healing skill. It's under intelligence, so I'm guessing the smarter you are, the better you are at being able to find.
And you guys did grab supplies before you left the.
Does anybody have a high intelligence? Because that's not exactly my forte.
Yeah,
It's
I
definitely
have a decent intelligence,
give it a
but I
shot.
don't have any actual expertise in healing.
You can still try it. You just, I think, what happens? You fail on a 19-20, you get complications instead of a 20, but otherwise you're fine.
Just don't murder the guy.
And your target is just equal to your ability.
So can I intentionally murder this guy?
Yeah, you can intentionally fail.
Well, how long is it going to take us to get back to the keep? Does this guy need help right now, or can we just carry him back?
It'd be a medical check to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Simeon, tell us.
Okay, I'll do a medical check just to see what state he's in.
All right.
So that are we calling that just intelligence basically then?
Yeah.
What's
That is a roll. That is a roll.
Of course, that's what happens.
I turn to John and I say,
failure.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Make a successful assessment. This man's already dead.
I've ripped open his wound to determine that he's in a lot of trouble.
The problem is that there's a scalpel stuck in him here.
Right.
So good luck.
And session over.
Yeah. Right.
Well, Kevin spends a week considering his explanation here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? There's a provision for this. If I don't know what to do with the complication, I can just give myself 2 doom points, which I'll do. All right. So I'll take.
Does that
2
still mean that I fail?
Hopefully that means that at least.
No,
slightly
you succeed.
alive.
You
Okay.
succeed. So you determined that he could probably survive a trip back to the fort as long as it wasn't more than as long as you go directly there. If you go hanging out in the forest for a couple of days, he probably won't make it.
There's just like
Okay.
a bar.
Yeah, we'll grab him and we'll go straight back to the keep.
Yep, I'll put him on my horse and lead the horse by foot.
There you go.
Okay, great. So Hark, he says, I'm begging your pardon, masters, but I think it best we avoid any more entanglements with the Picts.
Duh.
Don't worry, I doubt they'll be coming back. At least not
I
today.
think they got enough of me and our friend here, Kellen.
He says, truly, you think the Picts are scared of the likes of you two?
Well,
No, but I killed 3 of them. So.
And me.
yeah, that's three.
as evidenced by them fleeing before us. Yeah, maybe a little. At least today they are.
Right. Very well. Lead the way then.
Yeah, we go back to the
You
keep.
lead the way.
We
Okay.
lead the way.
All right. So by nightfall, you make it back to Velitrium. As you approach, the gates sort of crank up, and you can hear a cheer go out over the walls as the soldiers applaud your rescue of their scouts and friends. Inside, Baron Trebellius welcomes you in. He clasps you on the shoulder, Sir Barrett. He says, "Well fought, my friends. Well fought. We have some dinner waiting for you. The heroes of the hour."
All right, let's eat.
Food will go well as long as it also comes with payment.
Of course. You'll be paid your fair wages. But let's talk of that. Let's talk of that later. We have medical attention for those who need it, and like I said, food has been prepared.
I only suffered like 2 vigor things. Is that
bandaging or?
I
I
suffered
think Simeon's kind of fucked up, right?
2 health. Is that something that's like how fast do you heal? Is it necessary to?
That's a
be
good
bandaged?
question.
You could bandage
I
it.
did lose 2 health.
I have a small scratch.
Right. So that's fine. I guess Jatan and Sir Barad will go to the feasting hall, and Kellen and Simeon, you will go with Hark and his friend to the healer. You can ask me questions you want as your wounds are being tended. Nope.
I didn't have any questions.
Don't have any questions. Okay.
Had a lot of wounds to heal today.
You
How's the
bandage here often?
how's the old healing business?
Fair enough. Okay, so after not too long, Hark who's not really too badly wounded. He's had his wounds cleaned and bandaged, but he steps into the feasting hall with you, and you begin to eat. After not very long, the Baron says, "Now, Hark, welcome back. But please tell us the tale of your misadventures out in the woods. We're all very interested to hear." Hark says, "Yes, very well, my lord. As you know, myself, Rolf was still in the healing tent, and Titus ventured out not 3 days ago from here, trying to assess the strength of the Picts. He gestures to you guys. Now, as you might not know, normally the Picts burn farms and settlers. They attack and take the heads of those they kill, but something has been different recently. The Picts are taking prisoners, farmers, other settlers. Excuse me. Not a day after we left, we came across dozens of Picts in canoes set across the bank of the Thunder River. least half 100 Picts of various tribes, some sort of heated discussion. We decided it best to conceal ourselves and observe. It was sort of strange. We noticed that they were led by an oddly incongruous figure, a white-skinned man, his face concealed under an ornate masked headdress of silver. Even at a distance, I found him disquieting. The Picts seemed terrified of him, cowed into obedience. He spoke to them in some sort of language that neither I nor my companions could understand, but the Picts somehow seemed to understand. I could, however, glean from when they talked about him that they called him Oelo, the ghost. We watched as they brought forth several settlers, a husband, a wife, and two children, trussed and tightly gagged. There was some disagreement about who procured them, but after a moment the ghost indicated that they belonged to the Raven Picts and would go with them. As the Ravens made to put their captives in the canoes and take them across the river, Titus drew back his bow and fired an arrow at the masked figure, hoping to take out their leader. The arrow struck him in the chest, however, didn't seem to affect him. He pulled it out, a moment later gestured to the place where we were concealed. After that, the chase was on. Titus, God rest his soul, was caught by a javelin in the leg, and his last words urged us, me and Titus, to continue on and warn you here in Velitrium. After almost 10 miles of running, we reached the tree line, and I think you know the rest from there.
They don't. Tell them what happened when we got there.
Yeah, seriously, like, we were heroic as shit.
All right, yeah, so he recounts the tales of your heroics as much as he knows. Everyone seems impressed. But as the story ends, the room sort of erupts into debate. So, what do you guys...
So, do we recognize the name Uelo?
No, I don't think so.
Do we get our money now?
Picked?
So wait, the whole room is now arguing with each other, like over what to do?
Okay. So, everyone's arguing with each other over what to do. Sure, Catan, you can tell that word means the ghost.
Guys.
So I will tell you, it also doesn't necessarily have a positive connotation. There is another word for, ancestor spirit. This is more the word for, like, demon ghost.
So there's, like, Casper, and there's, like...
Slimer.
Well, he's not evil, he's just comic.
Until he eats your food. Then where are you at?
I mean,
Does anybody seem to know, like, what this guy might be? Or is it, like, just a mystery all around?
Yeah, how about my lore?
So they're all like everyone in the place is just yelling now, right? It's like
everyone's like there's like arguments,
So I'm gonna try and silence the crowd. I'm gonna stand up on the table and lift my tankard and say, "Silence!"
Yeah. Okay. Right. Roll persuade.
Okay. I'm gonna do bad. I do bad.
People are like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah. So you slam your tankard on the table, but like. Seems like you aren't the only one doing this, and everybody else seems to be, shouting, and some people are calling to order, and everyone just seems to be arguing with each other.
What does the Baron seem to be doing?
So he's like arguing with one of his visors, like pretty animatedly, but you imagine after not too long he's going to try to call attention as well.
So, from the shadowy corner that Chatan is standing in. I want to see if I hear anybody in the crowd, right? Like I'm going to pick through the voices and see if I hear anybody who seems to be like on point about what they're talking about, right? Like somebody whispering to his mate, like, "Oh my god, did you hear the ghost is back?" Shit like that.
So nobody seems to be saying like the ghost is back. Well, I guess I'm not sure what you mean by.
Someone is saying the ghost never left though.
Yeah, that too. I'm trying to see if anybody else here like has caught on to the parts of this that I know, right? So I could Pictish wilderness camaraderie with them and be like, yeah, man, like, I know this bit of the legend. What about your bit of the legend?
Oh, I mean, nobody seems to know anything really about this in terms of like.
Or at all.
Well, no, I mean, like, this is the story that this guy brought back. Nobody's like heard of the ghost before here. This is a word that he picked up from the Picts themselves. So maybe it's a Pictish legend. You don't know, but it's not.
What are the like arguments? I mean, what I want to listen to what people are saying.
Okay, absolutely, yeah. So there seem to be several different like lines of argument. One seems to be that a party should be sent out to either A, find out more about this ghost and why he's brought the Pictish tribes together, which normally are sort of separate, don't really work with each other.
Mm-hmm. Like goblins.
Sure. Another and you hear this repeated a lot, especially from the men. Idea is to send out a party to rescue those settlers which were captured. That what sort of horrors they're facing at the depraved hands of the Picts. And another is that you need to request a request for reinforcements needs to be made to the capital, things like that. Those are some threads of conversation you pick up.
So where's the Baron? He's like on the other side of the room.
He's at the head of the table. He's like arguing with one of his advisors.
So I'm gonna like sidle over to the table.
Okay.
Towards the head.
Sure.
And just like kind of stand quietly in front of the Baron.
Okay.
Creep right. Like an
he kind of like turns to you. He says, "Recruit."
I say, "Yes, Baron. I will be leaving in the morning. After the Picts."
He says, "Leaving? You would abandon your post?"
No, I am not Brex New Croy, jerk. I say, no.
McCroy.
I say no. I would never do such a thing, but it seems to me, Baron, that we must go after them.
So, like, several other voices, like over here, this and they say, "Yeah, we have to save those settlers."
I like raise. Oh, you can't see me. I like raise my hands to quiet them, and I say, "No, I meant after the Picts. The settlers are already dead."
So, like, the crowd seems to like boo and jeer when you say that the settlers are dead.
I like take no notice of it and just Baron it up.
Okay, sure. So your line of reasoning is that you have to go after the Picts. I mean, so continue on.
Well, I mean, what does he say to that? Well, I mean, they're booing and cheering. What does he say?
He says, "You would venture forth to fight the Picts alone?"
I say, "Yes, I would. However, I would also take some of the more fortitudinous companions."
He says, "I can't spare any soldiers."
What?
I said, like me.
I said, except that
like
one who hid in the ground when danger was near.
He says, "I can't spare any soldiers. You're brave, I'll give you that, but we're much safer behind these walls. Should the Picts attack, we'll lead every man here."
I said, yes, but should the Picts not attack at all because we are successful, it would be much better.
He says, "How can you hope to defeat all of the Picts?" He says, laughing, and like a sort of a chuckle goes, courses throughout the room.
Perhaps we do not need to defeat all of the Picts.
Oh yeah, there you go. I turn to Sir Barrett and listen.
They're tribal, scattered. These people are often unified by a charismatic figure, one who can draw them all under one banner. Cut the head off the snake, and the rest will scatter.
So Hawk sort of like rises to his feet unsteadily, when with a bandaged hand, pulls out his knife and like sticks it in the table. And he says, "Well, I don't care why you're going out, but I'll go with ye." as long as you promise to save those settlers, should they be alive.
If only this fort was made up of men like Hark. Now, who else is with us?
I say, Jay, Hark, your red shirt should come in lots of handy out there in the forest.
So why don't you make a persuade check there, Sir Barrett, and take an extra dice for your opportune use of Hark.
Okay, this is persuade.
Persuade, yeah.
It's just personality, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so that's successes. One, I guess. No, yeah, I have social one. So yeah,
The two
so
successes?
Three successes.
3? Okay, well, that's how much you needed. Great job.
Cow.
So, Baron Trebellius, like, sort of steeples his fingers and he says, he sighs, he says, "It's a dangerous world, and I hate to lose you, but I cannot deny such courage. I'll give you supplies and canoes. I think you'll need perhaps a distraction in order to leave the fort and reach the river without being pursued by the Picts. I'll give you this as well. And, since I so admire your courage, should you make it back with the settlers, a purse of coins awaits each of you."
And
Say, well, in that case, I can't let Sir Barrett have all the fun.
What about the purse of coins for saving Hark?
That's true.
Let's get that.
I lean over to Simeon and I whisper, did you hear? He said we get a purse of coins, dead or alive.
He nods. He says, Of course. I cannot expect. I would not expect such bravery to go unrewarded." And he, sort of gestures to his major domo, who, produces several bags of coins.
I say, money is nice. It's just that I would prefer to level up instead.
Right. Okay. We've got only a few minutes left. We'll leave it there, I think, unless you guys really want to discuss your plan here. I think we should leave that till next time, though.
That's fine.
So we'll leave off there. You guys are going to venture into the wilderness. Hark says he can lead you to the Raven village, and you'll have to devise some way to get past the Picts into the river, which we'll take care of next week.
I have a question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this fort we're in, are we like at the edge of our territory, or are we sort of like a vanguard into Pickland?
So
the Pict Wilderness is just like right across the river, right?
I think
so. The Pict Wilderness is 2 rivers away, actually.
Oh,
there's Thunder River and
Lightning.
Black River.
I'm just wondering if we're like surrounded by Picts on 3 sides, or if the Picts are just raiding our territory.
Okay. So there are still settlers who live beyond Thunder River. There are like farms out there, more or less, or like hunting lodges or things like that.
In that little island
in between?
strip. Yeah, that land strip. Okay.
Yeah, it's not actually that small. It's I don't know, probably 100 miles or so.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe not that much. Whatever. It's
like Long Island.
a sizable.
100
sizable
miles,
piece
so
of land.
the river's like 13
All right.
miles
All right,
wide.
wise guy. Smarty pants over here. All right. But the Picts, their raids have increased with such frequency and such in their level of ferocity that where there was space where it was sort of unclear who was exactly in charge, and there were people who were willing to go out there and hunt and farm, that has like sort of pushed everyone back, right? Like the Bailey of the Keep is full of refugees from outlying farms and things like that. So like you are sort of normally you would have been along the border, and now the border has basically like maybe perhaps pushed directly up to you, or perhaps even past you.
Okay.
And I believe all of that land is land that used to be Pictish.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yes,
has been for a while now settled by Aquilonians, and so the Picts are,
More
Yeah, so
civilized.
Picts view it as their land.
even this section of the Belsonian Marches was picked, within living memory.
Okay.
So since I'm from beyond the Black River, do I have a sense of like, if the Pict raids are becoming more and more frequent, would it be logistical for them to still be actually like holed up in the Pictish wilderness but moving across land, or is it more likely that they've actually taken over the space in between the Thunder and the Black River?
Oh, and there
Or, like,
are
expanding.
definitely Pict tribes who live between the Thunder and the Black River.
They do. Okay.
Right, there are Pict settlements who live there.
All right.
All right. Well, good session, guys. We'll pick it up there next time. This has been Conan.
Something.
Age of the Undreamt Dream.
Yeah. So the full name is Conan: Adventures in an Age Undreamed of, and the adventure is called The Ghost of Thunder River. Thanks, guys, for playing, and we will pick it up there next week. If you've watched this on Twitch.tv, come check out our YouTube channel, Live from Beyond. And if you're checking this out on YouTube, come watch our Twitch channel live every Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern. Thanks, guys, for playing, and everybody have a good night.